Right here, I have a slice operation. Now, I want to show you some common issues that a lot of people run into when they're using the slice operation in Blender. Now, before I even do any of that, I want to show you what the slice operation actually does so you understand it intuitively, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in, I'm going to add in a cube, and I'm going to show you how this works. So let's say I take this cube and I duplicate it and then I run a difference boolean on this cube right here. You've seen this a million times. This is a basic difference boolean. Now, what you can actually do is perform something called a slice by simply duplicating this cube right here. And this cube that I duplicated is going to have the same boolean attached to it. But this time we're going to change the operation from difference over to intersect. Basically what's happening here is the intersection boolean, just to show you one more time, the intersection boolean is essentially taking the shared space between the two objects on one of the cubes, and then on the other cube we're performing a difference boolean. So combine those two objects together, the one with the difference boolean here and the one with the intersect boolean here, you have what we call a slice operation, an object here and one object here. Now, a lot of beginners get confused here because say they take this piece, right, and they want to move it away. When they try to move it, it just glitches. It does this really weird thing, right? And you have to remember that this object right here still has this intersection boolean attached to it, right? This is the boolean we're using. So if I move this, right, it's basically taking the shared space, but once it's outside of the confines of this cube here, it's just not going to be affected because, again, what the intersection boolean does is it takes the shared space between two objects. And right now, this cube right here, right, when I turn this boolean on, is only working within that shared space, right? So you have to remember, if you're trying to move this around, it's not going to perform as you might expect. In this case, what you want to do is you want to apply that Boolean operation. Now it's applied, it's done, it's no longer being affected by this object here. And I can actually just move this around, and there we go. Now, what about this one right here with the difference Boolean? Same exact idea. You have to remember that it's being affected by this one, but this time it's running a difference Boolean. So if I move it over here, it's fine, there's no issues. But once I kind of move it inside of this boolean, right, it's going to start cutting from it because, again, this is the cube with the difference boolean on it, right? So basically, if you want to work non-destructively, just keep in mind those limitations. If you want to apply that, you can just go in here into the modifiers tab and physically apply that boolean. Now you have it here, and then you have this piece here. Now that you understand that, I want to show you a common issue that you might run into if you're actually using this in a real project. So same idea over here. I have this piece here, which is basically the intersection, and this piece here, which is basically the difference boolean, right? What a lot of people will try to do is they'll have these booleans in here, right? And they'll just be working non-destructively. And they might want to go in here. Say, for example, I want to bevel this top set of edges right here, right? What I can do is I can go into edge mode, and intuitively you might think, okay, I'm just going to get in here, I'm going to bevel these edges here on the top, but the moment I start beveling, it's glitching, it's doing this weird thing, and you're like, what's going on, right? Well, you have to keep in mind that if I isolate this into local view, we still have the main form of the original object selected, right? If I turn off the boolean, this is originally the object we were working with, right? If I turn this on, now we have the intersection version, right? So really what's happening is I haven't applied this Boolean yet, so the geometry is still the geometry from the original shape. So if I just go in here, which again, you might not notice with the whole object selected, but in local view, I'm really beveling like this. It's doing this weird thing here on the edge, right? And it just starts glitching, doesn't work right. So what you can do is you can just select this entire top portion, that's fine, and then it's going to bevel fine because it's not, causing that issue. That's one thing you can do. You can get in here and do that. Same exact idea for this one here. Again, we still have access because I haven't applied the Boolean to the main geometry, so I wouldn't go in here and, you know, just try beveling this. It's going to glitch. Again, I would just bevel the entire top portion just like that, right? So there you go. You get the idea. And just adjust the auto smooth a bit maybe. So that's one option if you want to work non-destructively. If you don't want to actually apply the Boolean, that's one valid option. And again, the same thing is going to happen in here. I'm not just going to select this area, right? It's going to be kind of skewed. See that? Really what's happening is it's ending the bevel down here. That's not good. So instead, we would just want to select this entire, you know, outer portion, or at the very least, you know, this upper portion here, just like that. So we basically have this bevel, and then I can get in here, you know, add that bevel in, and we're basically good to go. So that's one option. You can do that. The other option is you can simply get in here and just apply your Boolean if you're already done with that operation. If you're done with the slice, instead of having all this extra geometry here, if I apply that Boolean, now it's physically applied. This is the only geometry we have left. And then I can actually go in here, and this is really all I can select in this case, and we're not going to have any issues. Same idea for this one. I can apply that Boolean. That's going to be applied, and then I'm going to really only have access to this geometry because this is the only geometry that exists now, right? So that's kind of how the slice operation is working behind the scenes. So when you're using a slice operation, you need to remember why it's actually doing what it's doing, basically what's happening behind the scenes, and you need to decide, do I want to just keep it unapplied and work non-destructively, which is fine, or do I want to go in, apply that Boolean, have the geometry, and then just move on with the project? Usually, if I've already added a slice and I'm happy with the result, I just go in, I apply my Booleans, and then I just get on with my life. That's kind of the approach I take personally. And then basically you're just going to have these two separate objects here. You're going to have this piece, and then you're going to have this piece. You're not going to have issues moving them around or any weird glitches because, again, you've went in and you've applied that Boolean operation. It's not live anymore. So that's basically how the slice operation works behind the scenes. So that way when you're using these in your own project, you know how to use them properly. If you enjoyed this video, guys, got some value out of it, and you want to learn our entire hard surface modeling workflow, A to Z, just like thousands of our students have done at this point, you can check out our Hard Surface Accelerator program in the link in the top of the description. This is going to teach you everything from the modeling tools to a full modeling project to rendering to design, pretty much everything you need to get comfortable with hard surface modeling in Blender. So that'll be linked in the top of the description if you're interested. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.